everyone. This video is about tree work. The best time to prune your trees is in the fall. Yeah, in the fall. And you may ask, well, why? Why the fall? Well, if there's some leaves on the tree, you know, a certified arborist can tell more easily if the tree is healthy. Once those leaves fall, you know, it could give you the assumption that it's dead. So yeah, the fall is the best time. Also, the cost is a little bit cheaper. Come on. Oh geez, I'm gonna sit here. Yeah, the cost is a little bit cheaper. The cost is much higher. Oh lordy. The cost is much higher in the spring because the season opens right after taxes are finished, April 15th. That's when your price sometimes may even double. I'm sorry about the sun. I'm sorry, it seems like I'm always caught in this sun, this blaring sun. Okay. Now, a lot of you may have storm damage, and a lot of you may not have any money for that deductible. You need to look at your policy, see if what the cap-off fee is. It could be $500, it could be $1,000. If you're short of money and the guy who's giving you the estimate happens to be the owner, he can absorb that deductible in the price of the job. Now, this may not be kosher, but it is done, and it is done a lot because, you know, some people just don't have $1,000 laying in their bank account. But my advice to anyone who has a lot of big trees around their house is get an arborist to come over and talk to you about what trees are more susceptible to falling in a storm or a hurricane. Yeah. Making a lot of risky turns here. Yeah. Some trees are more susceptible to falling. I mean, the whole root ball just comes out of the ground. That's where the expense gets pretty severe because you gotta get a dump truck big enough to haul away that root ball. I don't understand these people coming out of the woods. What are they doing in the woods? I don't know. I gotta get air in my tires. Okay, back to tree work. If a tree company is trying to get you to top your trees, you never top a tree, never. And you never hire anybody. Oh, jeez. I'm dealing with a bunch of idiots on the road today. My God, I'm gonna get hit. I just know it. Ugh. Yeah, never ever hire a door knocker, because most of the time, okay, here's a person driving 2 miles an hour. Yeah, you never hire a door knocker because most of the time they are not even from that community and they're rip-off artists. Never pay a tree company before the job has been cleaned up. Yeah, because they can just I don't know if you can see me. They can just take your money and not clean up the brush and all of that stuff. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, don't do that. We call them door knockers. Now, about topping trees, I'm going to tell you why you don't never top a tree. You never take more than a third off of a tree. A tree is very much like a human body. Anybody that's trying to, you know, put tar on the cut limbs, you know, it's just like if you had a severed arm, are you going to put tar on your arm? No, that's not. Nature heals itself. That's the thing here. Okay. All right. Now, the reason why you don't top a tree is because it's ugly, number one. It's against all of the International Society of Arboriculture's rules about tree cutting. You don't do it. If you drive around your neighborhood and you look at your neighbors who have had their trees topped. Now, what that means is when they come in with a chainsaw and just cut it like that, that's topping. The reason why you don't want that is because what happens if this is a cut limb, you get what's called the witch's broom effect. You will get sprouts, many sprouts coming from that cut limb, and it makes it more susceptible to damage in storms because you want the wind to go through a tree. You don't want the wind to come at the tree because that's when it's you know, going to cause you problems. You always want the wind to go through. And if you don't believe me, go under the ISA website and do the search for topping and you will see what I'm saying. Another thing is mulch mountains. You never put more than this much mulch around any kind of plant in your yard because you'll get root rot probably. And you never want to put that rubber hose around your ornamentals or your tree work because what happens is, you'll see this at a lot of those box stores where they forget to take the little rubber hose off and it grows into the tree. You want the tree to get accustomed to the wind. You want it to be stronger, and the only way to do that is to get it used to that wind blowing, and it makes the root structure a whole lot more stable. Because if you're staking it down and tying it down, you're really inhibiting nature there. Okay, so I hope I helped you guys a little bit. Bye.